everyone. So today we're going to be looking at how we can log leads and opportunities in the Bullhorn system. So we're going to cover how we can add and convert both leads and opportunities and how we can use some of the dashboard cards to get some good analytics on this data. So firstly, the difference between a lead and an opportunity. So look at your lead as your person. So that is a person that you are currently trying to obtain new business from, and you're going to be working this lead to win new business in the future. This might be someone that you have looked at on LinkedIn, heard of through word of mouth, or met at a marketing event. An opportunity, on the other hand, is an opportunity in relation to a job order. So this will be when you have had that communication with that lead, or even perhaps you've got a current contact that you're working with that they have a new opportunity that you're going to try and go and win. The lead can be converted into a contact and a client, and then the opportunity can be converted into a job. And then, like I mentioned, we can have a look at the dashboards and look at our conversion rates. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the add button and add a lead. So you may well not have a lot of information for the lead, but it really is just important to capture as much information as you can here. Some of these fields on my demo kit are mandatory, but it may well be that you want it to set that first name and last name are mandatory, but for example, you might not have a phone number for them at this stage. So we can go ahead and populate these fields that are mandatory so that we can create the lead. The company fields here, you can record whether that's going to be a new company, or you can actually link it to an existing company. So here you can see you've got to look up on the existing company field, but we're just going to go ahead and pretend this is a new company, because at the point of conversion, we can then actually add this as a client to our system. I'll pop a phone number in here as it's mandatory. And then we've also got a status field here. So I'm going to pop this as a new lead and save. There is an option for a list view for all of your leads, so you can go back and have a look at everyone that you are currently working with. But once the record is created, it will look like this. And across the top here, we've got some statuses that we're going to work through as the workflow to convert them over to a person record. So at this point, this acts like every other Bullhorn record here, where you can add your notes, add tasks and appointments, and you can really start working with this person to ensure that you are winning new business. The convert button over here is used when you are ready to convert this person into a contact in your system. This will convert them and they will then be in the group of your other contacts, ready for you to add opportunities or live jobs to once you've won that business. So I'm going to go ahead and click convert here. And we can say that we actually want it to be associated to a new company or an existing. So I'm just going to keep that as new. And we actually can associate to another contact if we wish, but again, I'm going to keep this as new. At this point, it does ask us if we want to create a new opportunity. You don't have to at this stage, but I am going to say yes for the purposes of this demo. We click next on this, and then like you've seen in other Bullhorn workflow steps, you can see that we're going to be adding the new company, adding the new contact, and adding the opportunity from here. This is giving us the next steps that we need to take to ensure that we're tying off that workflow. So the first thing is the company name. It's pulled that through from my previous screen. I can pop my status as a prospect account, and I can start populating some further information from here. I'm going to save that, and it takes us to step 2 of 3, which is adding the contact. As you can see, it's already populated the first name and last name, which is the information I added on the previous screen. It's going to link it to that new company, and then it's just going to ask me for some other mandatory fields. Again, this may differ to your system. We click save on that. Lovely thing about Bullhorn again is it's going to be doing our duplicate checks for us all throughout the system. So you can have a little check just to see if these are already contacts in your system. I'm going to say save anyway because none of these are a match. And it's now going to take us on to our new opportunity. We select the job role. So I'm going to select permanent in this instance, and then we can put in a title. You can see that it's populating all of our fields for us, meaning we don't have to go back and add all of this in again. We can pop a status of that role of open because we are yet to qualify and actually convert that into a job. At the moment, it's that we haven't yet won this opportunity, but we know of it. So we're going to be adding this on, and then we can work with the opportunity to convert to a job when we win. Let's click save on that. And there we are, we've created our lead. We've converted them into a contact and a client. And now we have an opportunity that is linked. Again, you've got the options across the top here on now the process of actually winning that opportunity. So qualifying, negotiating, through to signing, conversion, and then closing it. Same actions menu over the top here, so you can keep a log of all of your notes. And then we've got our convert to job button here. So when we convert this to a job, it's going to be taking it away from the opportunity stage, and it's going to be creating a job for us. And all of that is tracking. So we've got the reports that we can have a look at in a second on how that has converted. We pop our status in for our newly added job. So this is that it's going to be accepting candidates, the job's open, and now we've got some more information on the job. We can start putting that information in of the salary, the fee, so on and so forth. We hit save on that, and that has now created our job for us. So as you can see now, we've got a client of 123 Recruitment, we've got our contact of Rob Jones, and we've got our sales rep job. The lead and opportunity record will remain in the system for you to have a little look back on. But if we now have a look at some of the dashboard cards, we'll be able to see some interesting data on how long leads have been open and some of those conversion rates. So if you go back to your menu and then to my dashboard, you can load up a series of cards in here on your leads and opportunities. So we've got leads by status, by source, our converted leads here, leads over time, and leads by age, and then some success rates. So here you can see that we've got our Rob Jones that we added. So we can see that they're in the converted leads pot. It gives us the age, it gives us some status, and it also gives us some insights of what sort of leads we need to be working on. So how long have these leads been open? This leads by age dashboard card's great to have a look at those that have been open for a little bit longer than they should be. Your leads and opportunities list views are in the main menu as you would see any other kind of list view for companies, contacts, candidates, examples. So when you are working on your leads, to make sure that you're keeping on top of those and nurturing them, you can actually create the list view, filter your columns, filter by users, and also run some searches in here. So we could see here, for example, let's filter on new leads. We know we need to work on these ones to see if we can actually start converting these into clients. I hope this has proved useful today. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Thank you.